come on. Hang on now. Can't we just settle this over a pint? No. All right, then. Come on!
Chilled now, and Ingrid serves it in the traditional manner, from a pitcher with a garland of greenery. Mmm.
These guys find the kind of relaxation and release they need in a cold glass of beer. For them, only beer does it.
I'll take another beer. Grandpa's telling tales of yore. Bruce Q talks about comics more. Norm's got jokes that we adore. Hawk's our mascot, hear it roar. 3BeerMen drinking in the streets, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawk's loud score praising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. Grandpa's got his old school tricks, Bruce Q's latest adventure and more. Norm with laughs that'll mix, Hawk circles watch him soar. Beer cans clinking, stories unfold. Nights like these are pure gold. These memories bold, never sold. In twilight's glow time behold. Everyone needs a night like this, full of stories can't be missed. Simple joys, pure bliss. In each sip, there's a twist. Man drinking in the streams, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawks loud spark raising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. 3BeerMen drinking in the streams, laughing like there's no tomorrow. Hawks loud spark raising the bars, filled with joy, never sorrow. Grandpa's got his old school tricks, Bruce Q's latest adventure and more. Norm with laughs that'll mix, Hawk circles watch him soar. Beer cans clinking, stories unfold. Nights like these are pure gold. These memories bold, never sold. In twilight's glow time behold. Everyone needs a night like this, full of stories can't be missed. Simple joys, pure bliss. In each sip, there's a twist. In each sip, there's a twist.
Bruce, are you gonna say it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, I forgot. Wow, I'm trying to do two things at once. There's the camera. Hi, guys. Welcome to 3BeerMen's Cozy AF with 3BeerMen. We're here tonight. We've been running around. Cosmic and I have been at Steel City Con. As you can see, the shirt I'm wearing tonight. Whoop, wrong side. But we're here in Pittsburgh, and I'm here in Cosmac's studio, and we're just hanging out, trying to get the show on the road. So here we go. Let's say hello to everybody and see what they're drinking. We also have a special guest tonight. Our dear friend Pops is with us from Madness Comic Network. I think Hawk is there with us. So let's start off with you, Hawk, if you can hear us. Squawk. Squawk to the Hawk.
He may be having some connection
He's having
issues.
some technical difficulties. All right. Let's start with Pops. Pops, what are you drinking tonight?
Dude, I ain't drinking it, but I went in the fridge looking for something, right, that would fit the show. Hi, Squawk. What's up, Hawk? What's up?
All right, we'll come back to Hawk in a minute. Go ahead, Cosmic. Pops.
I go in the fridge to look for something, right, because my son does some exotic beers and shit like that. He likes that kind of stuff. And I'm looking, and in the back of the fridge, there's this thing called Mom Water. And I don't know if you can read what it says right there or not.
It's Karen. Are you kidding me?
It is lemon blueberry, and it has an alcohol volume of 4.6.
Okay, 4.6 isn't bad.
I'm not
But
gonna drink.
what's
Okay, I'm not. I'm not.
you're not drinking? Okay,
I'm
you
not
don't
drinking.
have to drink. That's fine.
But
No
it was
worries.
funny because I was hoping there was like a Michelob Ultra or something in the back there that I could suck
Okay.
down real quick because I don't drink beer that much, you know. But no, I
You
said
drink
that.
bourbon?
That is so funny, man. Can somebody put killer over that?
You can
Put
very
killer
easily.
right over that right there, and
Just
just like
take a marker and write Killer Karen over Killer over to, and then put it on the show tomorrow for Friday.
Killer Karen Ale right next to Path of the Pale Ale at your local liquor store.
There you go. So if you're not familiar, guys, Pops is referencing two of our comic book specialists. We've got, well, it's one woman, Lori, who is Karen on Killer Karen when they do their show every Friday afternoon. And you can catch the replays on pill.net and foxhole.app. And then he was also referencing Karen Lori's book, which is Path of the Pale Rider, which is a cowboy zombie cocaine bear combination thriller comic book. So check it out. It's on a Kickstarter campaign. Go ahead, Pops. Let you promo it.
It's like an apocalyptic comic. Okay, it's like it's after the big weird shit happened that ends the world. Everything happened. Every apocalyptic had comic has that event. Well, this event is that death is broken. Nothing dies. Not bugs. Not plants. Not people. Not nothing. You decay, but you don't die. So just think. There's political annotations in this. There's a whole ton of directions that this series goes. It's amazing. Lori's just an amazing writer, guys. If you don't know, go check out Path of the Pale Rider. There you go. There's your promo.
There you go. Very cool. Thank you, Pops. All right, let's throw it back to Squawk to the Hawk.
Squawk one here.
What are you drinking tonight, good sir?
Don't you see my avatar?
I do.
There you go.
JD number 7. All right.
Number
So he's
7 is
drinking his.
7% alcohol by volume. Pre-mixed.
There you go.
It's my
Now, is
jam.
that also with Coke or is that straight up Jack?
No, it's Jack and Coke mixed.
That's what I figured. Yep. Very good.
Yep, this is the new America. Give me convenience or give me death.
All right. So, Norm, let's throw it over to you and see what you're drinking tonight.
Well, I'm drinking one from Sierra Nevada tonight. And this is a limited series they have. Now, I've had their hazy IPAs, and they call their hazy IPAs little things. But they put different things like dank little thing, dark little thing. This one's called the Rad Little Thing.
Hold it up in front of your camera there.
And it's kind
move
of...
it a little bit to your... Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Rad Little Thing IPA.
It's a
what is it?
hazy...
West Coast IPA, hazy IPA.
Well, that's kind of a contradiction because hazy IPA is an East Coast style. It's also called a New England IPA.
Okay.
And
That's true.
They say
hazy is New England.
Okay, that's funny. I
So
didn't
West
know
Coast hazy, yeah, that would be an oxymoron even.
That's funny.
And it says East Coast hazy, West Coast flavors. Radical.
East Coast has hazy, West Coast flavors. All right. Let us know how it tastes.
Yeah, well, I can already predict it's going to be hazy.
Does it have enough estrogen to grow tits on you, though?
Yep, pretty much, Hawk.
I got to tell you, I'm so frustrated with the food industry these days. You talk about estrogen. We were just talking about this over dinner tonight with Cosmic, and we talked about how there's soy product in everything, and that we hope RFK can get rid of it and take it out of the food industry altogether, along with all the other poisons that they're feeding us.
Amen.
Okay, so this is 7.1 alcohol per volume, which is about average for what I drink. It's actually not that hazy, but being a West Coast IPA, it's hazy, but being a West Coast IPA, I don't expect it to be that hazy. But hazies are generally a little bit more smoother. They have less of a bite as the West Coast, so it's going to have an interesting finish. I'm sure of it. Oh, that is interesting. It is smooth, but it kind of has this almost like tropical finish to it.
Is
It's
tropical not a it doesn't have a bite
citrus
to it, does it? It's a
yeah,
citrus finish.
Yeah, more of a
Okay.
citrusy,
Which is most
but not like a
IPAs
bitter.
these days.
Yeah, it's not quite so bitter as some of the West Coast IPAs. So it is an interesting idea. It's an interesting style. Like Kaz said, it's kind of an oxymoron. That's why I picked it up, though. I picked it up because that's
very good.
You know, looking back, Norm, I see that you did have Dank Little Thing on the show before.
I have had a lot of little things. All their hazies are called little things, but yeah, I think it's the first time I've had this one.
I can see, looking at the history, we have had lots of little things. Yes.
Yeah. All the
Wild
small
Little Thing. Wild Little Thing.
Yeah. Yeah. All the small things. That's like,
Where are we seeing the list? Oh, there it is. Son of a gun.
Big Little Thing.
Big Little Thing.
Yeah, you've had quite a few of them, Norm, it looks like.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's what they called our hazy IPA, and this is a limited series of Rad Little Thing. So I think the last time it was Dank Little Thing. So
all right, very good.
It's interesting.
And then what are you drinking tonight, Cosmic?
All right. Well, I am having
interesting.
something that I picked up. This is a Baltic Porter brewed with Grim Wizard cold brew coffee, and it is from Helltown Brewery, which is local, and it is Helltown's Hellfire Alchemist.
I like that.
Hellfire Alchemist. And I figured you might like that. Let me blow that up for the audience out there so everybody can see it.
That is badass. I like that. Grim Wizard.
That is a really cool can.
Grim Wizard Coffee is the coffee company in there, yeah. And that's
so Grim Wizard is the coffee company that supplied
that supplied the coffee
for this beer.
The Helltown.
For the Helltown.
Hellfire
Nice.
Alchemist, yeah. So like I said, a Baltic Porter, which is also a dark, but it's not a stout. So not quite the same thing. And they are in Export, Pennsylvania, which is, as I said, fairly local to me. And this is a 7.9, which is fairly substantial for me. So I'm hoping to go through them slowly, although you wouldn't know it from the glass. So
cheers.
That's. I'm not a big coffee drinker,
but that's got.
But
coffee.
that is good.
It's got some coffee flavor to it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, Bruce. Well, that brings us over.
I've got something that I was supposed to have yesterday with our dinner, but the bar was out of it, and Mrs. Cosmic Grandpa hooked me up, and she picked it up today.
That would be
we got
Mrs. Cosmic Grandma.
I'm sorry?
That would be Mrs. Cosmic Grandma.
Yes, Mrs. Cosmic Grandpa. So we've got Ellicottville Brewery, and it's a blueberry maple pancake beer. And it tastes, it sounds really sweet. And I was going to have it as a dessert beer last night after my dinner. But unfortunately, they were sold out of it. And Mrs. Cosmac Grandma remembered.
Yes.
And she picked it up for me. So thank you, Mrs. Cosmic Grandma.
Grandma.
All right.
Let's keep the dinner straight here. Let's do this.
Will we fix it? I don't know if you can see this.
I love that.
Cosmic Grandpa gave me one of the glasses you gave him, and I'm going to be pouring it into this. So here we go. Nope, better not do that over equipment. I'm not in my home studio.
Here, I'm just gonna pour
Oh,
it
it's a
everywhere.
yellow. Wow.
So it's a blonde stout.
It's a blonde stout. I did not expect that.
I didn't expect that either. We've only had blonde stout on the show, I think, once before.
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting there. Trying not to overflow the head.
It's a blueberry, so it's a fruity blonde stout.
It is. It's going to be fruity and hopefully sweet. Brewed with blueberries and natural maple syrup. So, oh, I smell the blueberry already. Got the bubbles up my nose.
Not supposed to snort it.
Blueberry on the beginning and the maple and blueberry finish. So that is really good. Cheers.
That
everybody.
sounds good.
It tastes good. It's not.
Sounds like it'd be good with some pancakes, bro.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Well, I had pulled pork tonight instead, but it's still. I had my maple syrup with my sweet potato fries, so this is a nice finish to that. Cheers.
like breakfast.
Thank you, Mrs. Cosmic Grandma.
And of course, we have the genuine maple syrup too, not the
Right, the
not
real maple
not
syrup.
the imitation stuff. So
Cheers. Oh, that is good. All right. So, as I mentioned earlier, Cosmic Grandpa and I spent the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, and today, over at Steel City Comic Con, and I am shot. I did more walking in the 3 days in this Steel City Con than I've probably done in a whole month back in New York.
Are we too short to shout out the chat?
Not at all. Let's do that. Let's jump into the chats. I'm going to have to leave it up to you guys because I'm at Cosmic Grandpa's mercy today. So you guys go for it.
Well, I did see Magatic in there. Not in all the chats yet because he's at the firehouse tonight. So he's on fire duties.
I don't see any that he missed. I see him in YouTube. I see him in Odyssey. I see him in Rumble. I see him even in the X.
Now I do.
In
Yeah.
the Twitch. Yep. So
There you
all
go.
of our chats are officially fire safe.
Yeah,
There
and
we
he's
go.
doing that all from his firehouse. So that's.
Pardon
that's
my
cool.
cough, guys. I'm going to be coughing the whole show. My allergies are killing me. Between my eyes watering, my nose running, and the dry heave cough I got.
Oh, you got con crud.
Con crud. No, it's been going since Thursday when I got up. The weather turned warm, and all of a sudden, all the trees were starting to bloom. All the lilacs and stuff were coming up out of the ground, and I'm like, holy crap. And then my eyes started itching, my nose started running, and I left my allergy medication at home, so I'm in deep doo-doo right now. But let's keep going with the chats. Who else is out there?
Okay, we got Deepak, Madness Comic, and Magatic, myself, in the YouTube. Why don't you go to the D-Live cause? Because we've got quite a few people in there.
We do. We had a big crowd come in tonight. Not sure if everybody's here for the comics or if everybody is here for Pops or if everybody is just here for a good time, but we're going to give you a good time either way. So first in tonight was Willie Fixit, followed by John Rogers, T.L. Spud, Rick Carmen, Val Kimber, Bad Zoot, Jayla17, Magatic is there, and Peggy Dancer just hopped in.
Very cool. Hey, Peggy Dancer. Good to see you. And then over in Pilled, I see Stax. What's up, Stax? We got Zoso Dude. We got... I can't read them.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's too small.
Zoso Dude did
Too
give
small
us some
for me.
shades.
I got to put on my... and even with my glasses on, I can't see. You're going to have to read it for me. I can't see anything.
Or Norm can do
Norm,
it.
go for it.
Yeah, we got Willie Fixit was the first one in. Good to see you, Willie. And then we have Bong Hit 1. We got Jazz Bear 1973.
Was it Bong Hit or Bong Hall?
Bong Hit
Bong.
one. Bong Hit.
That's
Bong
Bong
Hit
Hit.
1.
Yeah.
That's bong hit. And then those are dudes, like I said, gave us shades. Thank you very much for the shades.
And he also said thank you to you and Kitty for the awesome birthday card,
I
which
like
I know
how
is
he
Kitty's
said-
doing.
Yeah.
I like how
Yeah,
he dropped
so-
them shades and he says, "You gotta love Pops Van Zant." Yeah, I love you too, Tom. You're awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, happy birthday, Willie. Yeah, we sent that. It was
So dude.
recently. So yeah. Okay. So
Was Willie Fixit's birthday recently too?
yeah, recently. Yeah. So
Oh, happy birthday, Willie.
so that was a few weeks ago that we sent that card.
Oh, cool.
Drew, how you doing, Drooby Doo?
Drooby Dooby Doo.
We got
How are
PO.
you?
I missed somebody. Hold on. Who did I miss? Yeah. PO'd. Good to see you. And yeah, I think that's it. There was somebody else's birthday. Wasn't it John Rogers' birthday recently or today?
You'd know better than I do.
Christy from Fort City had a birthday recently.
Yeah, that's right.
A lot of April birthdays.
Yeah, but yeah, Willie Fixit was a couple months ago. So, or no, last month.
Yeah, Willie Fixit
about 3 weeks ago.
in February. In February, Norm.
I'm glad you got your birthday card, but you did call me that week and thank me. So, but thank you for thanking me in the chat as well. So.
I was still in Peru when Willie Fixit's birthday was happening. That's why I missed your birthday, Willie. Sorry. I'll try and remember next year.
So.
TL says Mrs. Made potato puffs, dangerous.
Ooh.
All right, that's another recipe I'm going to have to get. I told you last week I tried lemon bars for the first time. And we never got to the recipe, and we're not going to get to it this week either. We got way too much other stuff to cover this week. But I promise you, Spuds, there are some lemon bars out there.
There you go.
Yep. So did miss anybody over in Pill?
It's John Rogers' birthday today.
Yeah. Happy birthday, John Rogers.
John Rogers. All right.
Okay. Did we miss anybody over in Pill? We haven't got any raids yet. Normally a little bit later.
It's still a little early for the raids. Usually within the next half hour, they'll pop in.
Yep. So.
All right. So back to the topic of the show.
So we went and walked around the first 2 days, and we interviewed a bunch of people. Unfortunately, we ran out of time to actually compile the interviews, so we're gonna have to save that for another time. We're gonna have to cut them down and edit them into shorts. But
and a little bit of trivia that I really wasn't considering. I mean, I knew this intellectually, but I hadn't really thought about it until I actually did it. 4K video takes up a hell of a lot of space. Shooting with a 4K camera, it took me like 2.5 hours just to copy everything off the SD card.
And he had quite a bit of footage.
Oh yeah, there's...
Yeah, so the interviews were great. We got some really cool people that are comic people, that are chainmail, artists, everything. We got a woman who's a taxidermist who was using butterflies and insects as pieces of art. She even had one piece that was really cool. It was a turtle head, turtle skull that she had mounted in a shadow box. We had a shadow box miniatures specialist that we interviewed. He was really cool. He's a big horror guy. We met the guy from Buffalo Bill's House of Horrors. That was an awesome interview. That guy is a props master specialist for the entertainment industry. And he bought the original house that was used for Buffalo Bill's segment in Silence of the Lambs. And he recreated the pit. He had a bunch of his friends that are movie special effects guys, came in and redid the house. People that were part of the original movie came in and rebuilt the house with him, and they redesigned it, and they've got it up and running as an Airbnb. So you can go to Buffalo Bill's house, and not only can you stay there, but you can use their products. He's got an entire skincare lotion, which, if you remember, Buffalo Bill was very big on keeping his skin soft.
It
We
puts
can
the
use that as
lotion
an
in the back.
Airbnb. I'm not
I'm
falling
sorry?
for that one again.
It wasn't necessarily his skin, by the way. It was
Right,
his victim's
right.
skin,
He wanted
so he can
wanted his
actually
victim's skin to be soft before he cut
have
it off.
soft leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one thing that he started laughing at, and we all started joking about it, was that his big thing is everybody gets their tuck on, so that they have a replica of the bathrobe that Buffalo Bill wears, and all the guys will tuck their thing and take a picture with it. It's like,
Goodbye.
if you're into the
horse.
movie, if you're into that whole aspect of it, you're going to have a great time. So that was just one of the really cool interviews we got to, and we will get to it in the show, but not tonight. We got so much going on.
Yeah, Val asked if you can stay in the pit. You can go in the pit.
You can go in the pit. You can't. Well, you could stay in the pit if you wanted to, but yeah, they did. They did the whole pit. They do the whole basement scene with his workshop and the sewing machine, and the body pieces and the jars of formaldehyde with the skins in it. They really did a nice job, Val. They went all out. They went all out. And the guy himself is a crazy looking dude. He kind of looks like Crom with a long pointy beard, except flesh colored. I swear to God, Pops, you would have laughed your ass off when you saw this guy. With his hair sticking out on the side and his little goatee on the bottom that was coming down to a point. He was a Crom knockoff for sure. So, anyway, we did get a lot of cosplayers to come and join us today and yesterday. So we're going to run through some of those if you don't mind.
Well, where do you want to start?
So let's start with Spider-Man, because Spider-Boy.
All right, let me figure out where we're going to. Well, actually, let's just go ahead and make sure that image is working. And let's get us... Okay, there we are. That's the cover picture.
So as you can see, it says cosplay is not consent, which means you can't grope the girls or the guys. And
should be common freaking knowledge no matter where you're at or what you're doing.
Yeah, but there are some people out there that think that just because a person is dressed as very scantily clad costume gives them permission to grope and cop a feel.
You do that to the ladies on the beach?
Well, that's exactly. But because it's a Comic-Con, you got to remember, you're also dealing with a whole other population of human beings.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to that population right now. You don't act that way anywhere else. Don't act that way at a fucking con either.
Exactly.
It shouldn't even have to be said. That's the bad part.
Although I got to tell you, there were some really hot ladies at this show. The problem is they were all old enough to be my children. And I was like, damn, I feel like a dirty old man looking at you. They had great costumes. They really did. So here's a guy that kind of just threw it together, and he was giving out really cool swag after he got to take a picture with you. So can we get him up? So this was literally our first cosplayer of the day.
It didn't open in the right tab.
Didn't open in the right tab. Hold on, guys. I'm seeing it, but you're not. Not yet. There we go.
All right.
So, as Cosmic Grandpa found out, I am an idiot when it comes to cosplayers, when it comes to Comic-Cons. I don't shut up, and I don't stop for nothing. Nobody's going to tell me I can't do something.
Bruce it up.
I'm brucing it up all the time, right?
Oh, indeed.
So go ahead. give your
As long as-
perspective of.
Oh, no, I'll drive. You
Okay.
You talk. I'll drive.
Did you mix up Star Trek and Star Wars? Because that's actually the number one rule you do not do if you ever watch the movie Ted 2. Do not
I
mix
don't
up Star
think
Trek and Star
I
Wars.
don't think we had any confusion about who's who or what's what.
Okay.
Yeah, we were good about
Now,
that.
now we did have some interesting mashups. Star Wars and Star Trek mashed with other things.
Yes. Yes. There were some.
Maybe we'll get to some of those as we.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's
I
go
like
to grab Cruella.
Beetlepool was cool. The Deadpool Beetlejuice guy that's on the thumbnail.
On the cover.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
That was a great mashup. That was fun. But here we got Cruella DeVille literally as she was coming in the doorway. I'm like, can we get a picture with you? And she had really, she had live dogs, and she had a great costume.
I see they're service dogs too, which is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you weren't supposed to pet him, but she let me. So that was cool. And
Well,
she
you're a
even
professional.
spoke with that highfalutin
You're a
accent.
professional. This.
Yeah, she really stayed in character, so she was good about it.
Yeah.
Really nice. And then if you go to our next one, we've got the Daredevil and Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman and I became friendly over the course of the last few days because we saw her the following day and she was dressed as a totally different character and I did not recognize her. And she jokingly said, "You know me, you saw me yesterday." And I'm like, "Yeah, who were you yesterday?" She goes, "I was Wonder Woman." And I think we have a picture of her in her second costume on Saturday, but we'll get to that. In the meanwhile, can you zoom in on these at all?
I can't. Remember.
Oh, okay.
That's like
So,
oh wait, maybe I can. A
okay,
little bit.
A little bit. That's fine. So the young man dressed as Daredevil, I think, was Abby's boyfriend, and he was dressed as somebody else yesterday and then somebody else today. They change costumes each day, and they don't consider themselves professional cosplayers, although they should, because they're really good at what they do. And
Well,
they
they're from
either
two different universes. Like literally Marvel
irrelevant,
and DC.
just in general, a cosplayer. Pardon me, a cosplayer.
He's Daredevil and Wonder Woman.
Right.
DC Marvel.
Right.
Two different universes.
But she was a Marvel character today, and she was another DC character yesterday. But this was Friday, and what do we have next? Let's see.
Our couple fun guys at the end.
Oh, these guys were really cool on the entrance. Can you blow them up a little bit? So they were on a Kurt Russell theme, and it's really cool because on the back of that vest, I have a Snake Plissken patch, and on the front of the jacket, I have a Big Trouble in Little China's pin. So these two guys were Kurt Russell as each of those two characters. So it was really cool, and they were like, wow, they were impressed. I picked them out right away. But I'm a big pop culture guy, movie guy, so for them to come in dressed like that, I knew who they were immediately. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time with them.
There was a whole bunch of those where people were impressed because you caught it on the first.
Yeah.
Where a lot of other people weren't getting it.
I guess not. Well, the con was a mixture of a lot of age brackets. I mean, it goes from 6 to 60. Actually, it goes from 6 months to 60 and then some. We had, I'll show you guys later. We have other pictures. What's up, Pops?
I'm getting ready to drink something with you guys.
Oh, what is it you're shaking up?
This is man. You're not.
Hold on, we're going to zoom in on you.
You're not going to be able to read it because of this stupid green screen. Oh, that says 100.
100
there we
milligrams
go.
lemonade
right.
THC. There you go.
Yeah,
So what is it, an eyedropper, or do you put it in water?
I'll just
Put it
gonna,
under
it
your
out there.
tongue and enjoy.
I was just going to shoot it.
All right. Don't shoot it. Put it under your tongue and just let it masticate in your mouth for a little bit.
But
If I,
you don't
that didn't even sound cool.
you don't dilute it. Yeah.
Let it dissolve in under your tongue.
Yeah.
Don't swallow.
Boy, they don't
Don't-
want me to get this thing open, man.
So you're not diluting it in lemonade, huh? You're just our water is just
Well,
straight,
that's just it. I never had one. What are you supposed to do with them?
straight up.
Well, 100 milligrams THC, that's like smoking 2 joints for me.
Well, I mean, I don't care about that part of it. I mean, what do you do? Do you mix it? Are you supposed to mix it with water?
No, well, you can, but no, you're going to take it, lift your tongue up, and just do 1 full syringe. Well, you can do that too if you wanted to, but you'd be on the floor by halfway through the show.
Dude, I have to eat gummies to sleep, man.
Okay, well then maybe you'll handle it a lot better than I did, because I had one of those
Get the damn thing
chew
open.
packs that was THC, and it was 10 times the normal amount. I left it in my gum for about 3 hours, and I found myself passed out on the bathroom floor 16 hours later.
That's a great idea. Just stick it in
I'll
between
send
the
you a
two
couple.
bones.
There. Oh my God.
Dude, instead of chewing it up, that's a great idea. Just
Yeah,
like
you just stick it in between your gum and your
thank you.
your
I'm not going to chew
lip.
them up anymore. I'm just going to
Wow. All right, so yep, let's
get
get
this
this one
thing
open.
open at some point. I promise.
So for anybody who knows Freddy's Pizzeria, this is one of the electric animatron characters, and this kid was dressed up as the teddy bear, and great job on the costume.
What was
Really
that
good
video
job.
game? Five Nights at Freddy's. Or-
Five Nights at Freddy's, right.
Yeah.
And then we've got SpongeBob characters. We got Merman, and I forgot who's the sidekick. But anyway,
Where's Sleeping Stars when you need her?
I'm sorry?
Our resident SpongeBob expert.
Yeah, where is she? So, we had a lot of fun with the cosplayers yesterday and today. Let's see. Go ahead and scroll down. We'll come back up to the stuff that we.
Yeah, that's all mostly stuff.
Okay, there we go.
Now, I didn't get a good picture of him. I only got video.
Okay,
of
so
him,
let's
unfortunately.
roll the video.
There was another one.
Oh, there we go. Oh, this was a cool costume. If anybody remembers,
Barf! It's
yes, dressed as a Mandalorian. So she called herself Barfalorian, and if you notice, she had the little
Mel Brooks, baby.
Yoda character that was portrayed by comedian, writer Mel Brooks. Thank you.
Brooks,
I'm sorry.
Mel Brooks Yoda. That's great.
That's right. Mel Brooks is Yoda, right? His
Bill
baby
Burr.
Yoda.
Bill
And then,
Burr.
wait, do we have a picture of the back of her?
I don't think
I thought you took a
That is
picture
a
of it.
great
Or
costume.
is it just a video?
It really is.
it would be in the video.
The helmet, everything with the floppy ears. That is a great.
Yeah, she did a phenomenal job. And then her backpack, which I thought we took a picture of, has the motorhome with the wings on her
Oh,
back.
I thought we did take a picture of
Yeah,
that.
I thought so too, unless you
I
used the
don't-
video camera for
I
that
don't
instead.
see it there.
I don't either.
Sure, and
But it was great. It was awesome. She did a phenomenal job, and that was her backpack on her back.
picture was it? No, it wasn't.
So I put a little bit of this under my tongue, Bruce, and I gave it a little.
And just leave it there.
It's
Try not to swallow it.
No, it's nasty, bro. I'm not leaving it.
All those THC products are nasty
This
flavored.
is gonna be like, let's just do the shot and sleep well tonight. What do you think, people?
I think you're going to be out.
I think
All right.
just fine.
So let's go to that one. The blue
Yeah.
red. Was that the?
This guy here? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, he had to have quite a story. I just don't have. Here he is.
So another SpongeBob character, which was really cool, and we got him to do a video for us and for Pops, which was really cool.
That is a better picture than I thought.
We didn't have time to really burn them down and consolidate everything, so we'll have to wait for another show. But that was Manta Ray Man from SpongeBob, and he had a voice box that made him sound like he was gurgling underwater in a mechanical tone. It was great. It really was. And he did promo stingers for us. So really cool.
And I was really impressed from a maker standpoint because the 3D, the helmet, the whole blue helmet is all 3D printed. And he took it off and showed me the inside of it. And it has all the electronics that Bruce was talking about, the microphone and the voice distorter and the speaker. And it also had 2 fans and a cooling system built into it.
Because he can't breathe in the costume.
He said
because it's all sealed off.
The first
There's
time
no
we
air
put it on,
holes.
the plastic of the helmet sealed to the vinyl of the suit, and it was airtight, and he couldn't breathe in it.
Did you see? Did you see Hazel Eye's comment over there on Pill? Did you see that? She said, "Wait, did he just chug that instead of put a drop under his tongue? What the fuck?" Yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Did you chug it?
Yeah, just drop about a dozen gold pills. You know, a dozen 100 gold pills over there. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time.
Oh yeah. All right, and
I ain't
then
scared. I ain't scared.
Inuyasha, the last one on the bottom. So for anybody who's into the manga, I recognized them immediately because my son's a huge Inuyasha fan, and he had that character costume portrayed very well, and the gigantic cardboard foam sword was really cool. He did a nice job on that. I think it was foam core.
All right.
So let's go into some of the products we saw because we had a lot of fun looking around and taking pictures with everything. Go ahead.
Or I can go to folder 2.
Go ahead. Go to folder 2.
You said
we have
there's
so much stuff. We're literally going to be doing this all night.
cosplayers start again here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this young lady, I couldn't make out where she was from, but I recognized the umbrella. But she was dressed in a red kimono dress, and she had the umbrella with the umbrella red and white painted on it, which I think is from Halo of some game of some kind.
I thought it was from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom at the very beginning.
No, not that I can remember. But it was a great costume. Sweetheart of a young lady. She was very polite and very respectful to, let us get in there and take a picture with her. And then
She made the cover, too.
I'm sorry? Oh, and she made
She
the
was on
cover.
the
That's
cover.
right. And so did our friend Abby. If you guys saw,
we'll
get to Abby later. But this guy, he came back today as Kratos, and I think I have a picture of him that we'll get to also. I hope I put it up there, but we'll look. But he was a Viking Friday. That was Saturday. And well-dressed. He said he had like 4 different kinds of armor, and he does a whole series of Viking characters and Kratos and other Viking-style characters. So he was really cool and very, very accommodating. So, and he's freaking tall, too. Those boots are not that tall, not that thick, and yet he still towered over me. But then again, most people do because I'm only 5'6". But let's see, who else? Oh, yeah, let's see them.
Oops.
So these 2 young girls were hysterical. I'm like, I love your costumes, I love your outfits, but I don't know who you are. And the young lady in the black T-shirt turned to me and goes, I'm just me. This is how I dress all the time. And I was like, well, God bless you. You look great. And your friend too. And they were just hysterical. We were kibitzing with them for a few minutes, and we thanked them for taking pictures with us, and we sent them on their way. But it's always fun to hang out with people and just jibber jabber about Comic-Con and whatever comes to mind. So really cool. Yeah.
I sent Kaz a couple pictures over there on X from my last Comic-Con.
Okay. On X or on?
I'll see what I can do with the Pops. It'll take me a little bit to figure out how to get them switched over. But
so this this was Jiminy Cricket, another very tall young man, and he was great. He had the umbrella. He was swinging around. He was whistling while he went through the show. It was good.
Yeah, he was a real show person. He was making
into
a show
it.
of it.
I gotta know, Bruce, how tall are you?
5'6".
Okay, because I was like, man, is everybody come near this dude huge or what?
Yeah. Wait till you see the Wednesday Addams we met yesterday. She's freaking a giant compared to me.
Yeah, I didn't know. I never,
Yeah, I'm only 5'6".
Yeah, well,
So-
I'm only like 5'7", so
Okay.
it's all good. It's just, I mean, I feel the same way when I'm walking through a con. There's people.
So here's a guy from, I want to say Halo. He told me who he was, didn't ring a bell, but we had a good time hanging out and BSing with him. And then hit me up there. Nope, over one. Yeah, that one. So this lady was dressed in 2 different costumes because she didn't bring everything she needed for her midweekend show. So she took the skirt from her costume Friday and her jacket from the costume today and hodgepodge them together. By the way, I saw her and I didn't get a picture with her. She was supposed to come back because she was running to go sign up for the contest. But she came back as Captain Hook today, and her mustache was bigger than mine. She had this big handlebar mustache, and I was like, please, you got to come back. I got to get a picture with you. And then I didn't see her the rest of the day, so I was really bummed I didn't get to take a picture with her. But she was a sweetheart. She was really nice. Yeah, Power Ranger. So here we've got the Silver Wolf Ranger, and young guy, really cool, got to take pictures with us. And then the next one is, I think his friend was with him. No? Okay. I thought I took a picture with him and his friend.
Is that Power Ranger or is that Voltron?
No, that's Power Ranger. That's the Silver Blue Wolf Power Ranger. Or the Blue Wolf Power Ranger. So these were the guys from Star Wars, and it was really cool. Whoop.
Oops. There you go.
There we go. So the stormtrooper to my right handed me his pistol so I could point at it in the camera. And really interesting, but they're not allowed to point their guns at each other, which I think is kind of silly because they check your weapons before you come in. So you'll see some of the other pictures we got that I was able to sneak them pointing their guns at me or at the camera. I'm just full on pointing it at Cosmic Grandpa so he can get the shot. And these guys are just keeping their guns lowered. And then the stormtrooper's got his finger pointed at Cosmic like he's telling me to shoot there. So what else we got? Oh, one more. There's one of them. So we did get them to aim at me.
I was going to say, you're safe,
Even though
man.
they weren't supposed
Stormtroopers
to.
are the worst shot.
This is true. Can we scroll down? Is there more on this page?
No, that's, on this page, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, there is.
Okay. So we got some real fun people out there. Let's see what we got in the next one. Oh, this one's very funny. So before you open it, who remembers the Andy Griffith Show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
So we got a couple of really cool pictures. Actually, I'll put it up, and then we'll skip to Andy Griffith.
Yeah, we got to find Andy down here.
He's right there. We got Andy right there below it. So this is Nurse Mary, and she's got this huge ass needle that I said, would you be kind enough to poke me in the ass with it and so we can get a picture? She started laughing. She goes, why does everybody ask me to do that? I said, because you got a giant freaking needle and everybody usually used to getting it in the ass. So we had fun with that one. She was good. She was good-natured about it. And she goes, you're not going to believe this, but my husband's Andy Griffith today because Ron Howard, Donnie Most, Anson Williams, all the guys. Oh, and what's his brother's name? Ron Howard's brother. Clint Howard was there.
They were all there. This was
they were there for a reunion show, so they were all there doing autographs and such. And Clint saw Andy Griffith and almost shit his pants and jumped out of his seat to come over and take a picture with them. And there's Andy Griffith. He turns sideways. He looks just like Andy Griffith. It was amazing. It was really well done. And he says, my son sees it, my wife sees it, but I don't see it.
Just another angle.
Yeah, yep. And so there's me
it's
holding,
really good.
Holding what's the name of his fishing pole?
All right, there's trivia for the audience. What was the name of Andy Griffith's fishing pole?
What was the nickname of Andy Griffith's fishing pole? We want you guys to shout it out in the chats. And
let me jump back to the ones that were in between.
Yeah,
Mary and Andy there. So this was the next one.
Oh yeah. So this guy was really cool. He was dressed up as a Star Trek character, Q, and I thought that was funny. And
welcome back.
Yep.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
He made a joke about his glasses. What did he say? I forgot what he said, but he made us laugh.
Oh yeah, about him not actually being omnipotent because he had to wear the glasses.
Because he had to get his glasses out.
It's not a real Q, or he wouldn't have to wear the glasses. Astigmatism.
His omnipotence is fizzling. Right. He had to break out the glasses. And then we got a little Junior Spider-Man.
I have a great sticker of that Jonathan.
The little
kid was cool.
Who played Q? Jonathan Delancey, right?
Yeah,
John Delancey. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a soap opera guy before that. I have a great sticker. I can't find it. Never mind. Have him flipping off the camera. Flipping me off. I can't find it. He's dressed up like Q.
We use him in our friend Q's intro on the draw streams. We have
that's
a couple different ones. You know.
I can't find it. But.
So this young man was very cool. He was dressed up as a Junior Spider-Man, and he gave us some poses. So it was really cool.
That's awesome. If you look at
I asked his parents, I was like, would it be okay if he posed for us? And his parents looked at him, and he shook his head and put on his mask and got down into a pose, and he was really good about it. So he appreciated us asking him for his photograph. And then we got Marty McFly. Is that who that is? Yep. So Marty McFly. And the father was impressed that I knew who that was.
Yeah, that was another one.
That was the other one that thought it was interesting that I knew who he was.
Right. That's really good.
The vest gives it away.
Right, but there were a lot of people dressed up as Marty McFly in similar variations, and some people didn't get it. I don't know. Oh, this is the Born Again Daredevil. This guy, he was dressed well. He was in full-on costume. We got a couple of pictures with him with his hood up, and then next one with the hood down. And we're about to get into it, and he's about to knock me out. I like to play around with these guys. When I do New York Comic Con, when I used to do New York Comic Con, I would get together with all the cosplayers, because in the Javits Center, there was a dining area, and then there was a whole hallway on the lower level that was parallel to the dining area that was kind of like a hangout. And the cosplayers would all meet there, and they'd get together, and they'd do, I guess, play fights, and they'd mock each other up, and then camera guys would get there, and everybody would get out their phones and cameras and take pictures. So I started staging people. So I had Shazam battling Black Adam. I had Bizarro battling Superman. I had Black Adam breaking Superman's back. So I got them all into poses. And then at the very end, we took an entire picture of everybody on the stairs. And I was the small guy without a costume laying along the very front, laying on my side with my arm up, holding my head up. And I don't have those pictures here, but I will find it and we'll show it another day.
Indeed. And I did want to make a quick interjection here just because, by the way, it was really impressive. I saw a jillion people walking around the con, walking up to the cosplayers and saying, "Can I get your picture?" And the the cosplayer would pose and they would take a picture and move on. But Bruce was really the one who interacted. I mean, can you do this? Will you let me do this? Can you hit me with the hammer? Can you?
Yeah, I mean, that's
he made all of the pictures really interactive.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which was really good. And Hazel asked a question out here. Because I think Hazel is getting the impression, because all we're showing is cosplay pictures, that's all this was.
No.
We're just showing the cosplay. We're actually picking through a huge gallery of pictures that we have up in front of us right now. Hundreds of pictures.
Hazel, we have about 8 hours of video interviews that we did, but because we had such a limited time before we went from the show to
ended
the show
at 5
today.
o'clock today. Literally.
Yeah, there was no way Cosmic could have edited down 8 hours of footage that he was able to.
Like 17 hours of total
Seriously?
footage we shot.
Oh my God! Because Cosmic didn't come with me today. I went solo, and we haven't even gotten into the cosplayers that I took pictures with today. But this is the fun part of the Comic-Con that I enjoy the most, is getting to interact with the cosplayers, setting up scenes, taking pictures with them. It's a lot of fun. I used to cosplay when I was younger. Nowhere near the ability of these people here at this con today. I had a store-bought costume. I had a werewolf costume that I bought the werewolf mask, and I took like faux fur, and I had my mom stitch it onto an old T-shirt that I had. Then I had to have long sleeves, and I had to buy gloves for claws. So I really wasn't a cosplayer. I was just a kid playing dress up. So that was back in the day when I was going to cons with my dad. And I would have liked to have done more with it, but I got more on the fringe of the toy industry. And so I took it in a whole different direction. And we're going to get into some of the products that we got to see in a little bit. I mean, unless you want to jump out of this and go.
I just wanted, in case, maybe Hazel thought this is all we saw or all we did or all that Steel City Con was, because her specific question was, has anyone gone to Comic-Con? And of course, you've been to the Javits Center. That is, other
New York
than San
City
Diego
Comic-Con.
Javits is like the second biggest con
outside
in
of
the
San
country.
Diego Comic-Con, right. San Diego Comic-Con is probably the number one largest Comic-Con in the United States, and New York Comic-Con is the second largest.
You got C2E2. You got a couple that are just freaking huge, man. MegaCon, I think, is huge.
There are other. There's Dragon Con. There's Superhero Con in North Carolina, and Belushi. Yo, brother, rated our show. Thank you, Belushi, brother. Good to see you out there. Thank you so much. But if anybody has any questions about Comic-Con, as Hazel did, please throw it in the chats. And Norm, I'm going to ask you to keep your eyes peeled for it. And anybody else out there, if you can just shout out. But
we're an interactive show, and we want to hear from you. And as you saw with Hazel, we'll answer your questions.
Absolutely. So please send us a question if you have one. Thank you, Belushi, for the cookie, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. God bless.
We're coming up on intermission. Are we going to be taking an intermission today, or are we just going to roll through it?
4 minutes.
In about 4.5 minutes. So,
unless you're like me on the squares last night.
Let's go to the Beetlejuice.
That was one of my questions.
Yeah. So last night, Cosmic had to run home because he had to get to Foxhole Squared last night, and it was the first show that was actually a smooth transition straight through. So if you guys want to catch it, go back to Coffee Talk with Sandra's channel and go look for last night's.
And by the way, one of last night's guest squares was
Pops Van Zant.
I had a blast. Look, I had a good time. I didn't get to answer any questions, but I had a front row seat. And it was a blast just hanging out with everybody. And Everybody who was watching, we appreciate you, Sandra, Zoso, for putting it on. You guys rock, man. That's the kind of stuff the madness is all about. The fun stuff, the entertaining stuff, the stuff that makes you laugh. And we're going to keep bringing you that kind of stuff, and we'll keep promoting other people that are doing that kind of stuff.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. So Cosmic and Pops were on last night. And here's one of our mashup cosplayers.
Love
So
that.
this was Deadpool as Beetlejuice. And he was funny. He was really cool.
Beetle pool.
Beetle
he called
pool.
it. Yeah.
Yes, that is funny right there, man. Well, you could call it dead juice too if you want.
Dead Juice. Well, I said first Dead Juice. He didn't respond. And then I said Beetle Pool. And he came running over. So I guess it was Beetle Pool in his mind.
Yeah, it looks good. Look, you got Dr. Needle right there in the background too. See, we'll never forget her now.
Yep. That was Nurse Mary. All right. Oh, hit up that Wolverine guy. Yeah, that one, the middle one. That's it.
This
yeah.
one? I think this was the pose.
This was the posed one.
Yeah.
So we have another one with him where he and I are just chilling out, but I'm like, hey, can you hold your blades to my throat? Like, act like you're going to rip my throat out? And he was cool about it. He was really good. But let's show everybody what he really looks like in full costume. He was a really good guy about it. Most of the cosplayers are. So he was black and yellow instead of the blue and yellow, which you saw in the movie with Deadpool this last year. And he did an awesome job on his costume. He really did.
Well, that was the original comic book, was the black and yellow.
Yes. But the
X-Men
ears or the helmet ears were a lot tighter and closer to his head. But
shout out to Awakened Mom too, who said my two youngest kids go to Comic-Con in DC. So yeah.
Oh, the Harbor Convention Center, very cool. I haven't been to the DC one. I've been to the Rhode Island one. I was this one here, obviously in Pittsburgh. I've been to one in Florida, and the mainstay, of course, is always New York because that's where I'm from.
Before the intermission, well, we got 40 people watching over here on Peel.
Please do, Pops.
Go for it.
Now's the perfect time, and we'll take an intermission after you give us a plug.
Next week, I will be at Grand Rapids Comic-Con. I will be there with this huge backpack of stuff to give away. If you see me, if you see me standing by somebody's table and I'm talking to them, and you come up to their table and you buy something from them while I'm standing there, I'm gonna give you something. You shout out, "Hey, Pops," from across the room, I'm gonna give you something, and I got some good stuff in that bag, man. Count on it. I will see you guys.
How many Madness keychains do you think we handed out?
Oh my
Madness
God.
keychains, Madness buttons.
Yeah, we handed out probably about 5 dozen keychains of both 3BeerMen and Madness Comic Network combined, plus the pins. Cosmic Grandpa went nuts and made a ton of pins on the 1-inch size. So we handed out a bunch of those.
Actually, the Dante and Karen pins were very popular.
Yeah. There we go.
Dante and Karen, right there, people. Right there. There it is. Oh, come on now. Work with me. Dante and Karen, right there.
Yep. That was those two silhouettes on pins. There's the 3BeerMen pin. Yep.
Yeah,
Those pins turned out really nice. I like it.
Flip City pin.
I realize it's the same weekend as C2E2, but it's closer to home, man. And those people are really nice to me. I get press passes. Mark Hodges over there at Grand Rapids Comic Con, good dude. But the Spring Fling is in Kalamazoo, which is just 30 minutes up the road, man. So that's where I'm going to be. And like I said, I'm going to be giving stuff away. If you see me, shout me out. I got you. I got some cool stuff in that bag. Trust me. I got some autographs.
Lots of swag.
Autographed indie comics. All kinds of cool stuff in that bag. So, Hey, Pops! Cool. That's how you do it.
That's it. Hey, Pops! You see him? Shout out at him. All right. Well, I think it's time for an intermission. We're going to roll into our intermission, and then when we come back, maybe we show some of our swag we bought so people can see that it's not just about...
We got a swag cam here, too.
Yep. So we've got...
some of the good stuff that Bruce got.
We got a bunch of stuff from Comic-Con that I picked up. I picked up a present for Cosmac.
Give a little teaser here to keep everybody on board. There's... there it is. There is one of the...
Oh, that man. Drop a can for that, somebody. Drop a can.
That was the only one left on this guy's table. He had all these other ones, and he had hundreds of all the other ones. But this was the last
one
Devo.
And I think Bruce had to dig three-quarters of the way down the bin to find it.
Yeah.
That's Funko?
Yeah. It's a Funko soda pop, and they're in a soda can. The top pops off, and if Cosmic wants to open it up,
we could do a live opening.
We could do a live opening right here on the camera. But let's save that for after commercial break. So why don't you take us into the commercial?
All right.
So guys, if you have the chance, remember, like, subscribe, ring that bell, and throw us some gold pills, throw us some red pill love. If you're on pill.net, foxhole.app. And then we'll see you on the back end of the commercial. If you got to go to the bathroom, if you got to refill your drink, go for it. We'll see you in 5.
Sing! It's another Comic-Con thing. It's another ever-loving blue-eyed Comic-Con. Time for the fates of the Hollywood big breast to be decided by guys dressed like kick-ass. Zing! It's another Comic-Con.
Greetings, fanboys and geek girls. Roll that 18-sided die. We're gonna embark on a master quest.
I know a place where the geeks all come together. Dorks getting wild just to look at action figures. Sipping apple juice, standing outside in the long lines. It's hard. The nerds move their masks as we hand out all the freebies at booths. We're from all over the world, and nothing comes close to us geeky girls. Once you roleplay with us, you'll be typing with love. Comic-Con girls, we're incredible. Slave girl, Leia, bikinis on top. Star Wars chicks so hot, we'll melt your lightsaber. Comic-Con girls, we're illogical. Fine flesh pierced, we got lots on top. Wizards represent, now put your wands up. Experiential Patronum.
Tomb Raider, Poison Ivy. My, these girls are looking lively.
Wonder Woman, Supergirl. I'm so nervous I could hurl. I like guns, like girl guns. See her, meet her, this is fun.
The girl's a geek, she plays the Wii and loves Stan Lee.
Anime, I wanna play with Felicia Day. Now let's cosplay
Princess Peach.
The One Ring. Comic-Con is everything. Fanboys hanging out. All that cape hanging out.
Movies and groupies and boobies, no newbies, just Daffy and Scooby.
Katie, my lady.
Yeah.
How about an autograph, maybe? Wish we could get it on, cause you represent Comic-Con.
Comic-Con girls, we're incredible. Slave girl, Leia, bikini on top. Star Wars chicks so hot, we'll melt your lightsaber. Oh no, Comic-Con girls, we're illogical. Fine flesh pierced, we got lots on top. Wizards represent, now put your wands up. Expecto Patronum. Comic-Con girls. Comic-Con.
I wish y'all could be Comic-Con girls.
Comic-Con girls.
watch YouTube all day and spend all night on Twitter. On Tumblr, I'm a reblogging heavy hitter. Still, there's a yearning that won't go away, one that can't be solved from Netflix binging all day. It's not enough to curb me, I want more. I wanna be where the panels are, asking my questions, get cryptic answers about Star Wars, and is Jon Snow really dead? When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore the con and cosplay? I feel like shit, missing it. Comic
So that was funny.
I just figured I'd find some Comic-Con related.
It fit. It was perfect. It was great. Yeah, I just wish I was about 30 years younger. Because some of the costumes they got out today, oh my God, ridiculous.
I think the same thing
Melbourne,
about toys. I wish I was
What's
like,
that? I'll pull it up.
I wish
Go
I was
ahead, Norm.
about 30 years younger for toys, because some of the toys they have out today beat like the toys we had when we were kids. Like we had erector sets and Lincoln Logs, and now they have flying drones and.
Hazel, I don't know Melbourne, Florida. I'm going to be in Florida in 2 weeks, but I'm going to be north of you. I'm going to be in Gainesville. So we do art festivals, my girlfriend and I, but I'll be traveling down on the East Coast to visit with my cousins and my sisters and my sisters' families. So I'll have to look you up. Hit me up in the DMs, and if I'm passing through, I'll stop by and we'll say hi, and I'll try and bring some swag for you for 3BeerMen and Madness Comic Networks. So definitely let us know. Hit me up under Bruce-Q-Wayne, and I'll look up where Melbourne is in my travels, and if we're passing through, I'll definitely stop in for sure, because I have no problems making a pit stop. If we're driving down, it's 5 hours anyway, and we usually do it in 2 days. We stop off in Titusville first, spend the night, and then we go further east down the coast, down to south on the East Coast, down to my sisters in Lake Worth. So
I just had to show that one because I love the sticker. The sticker is awesome. Thank you for that, Hazel.
Very cool. Lake City, yep. Very cool. All right.
Back to these. Or
so yeah, why don't we open that up? You got a knife, or you need one of mine?
All right. Let me.
What's that
pull
sticker
up the
I
panel
made?
Here.
Oh, hold on. I think I made that sticker.
You think you made that sticker?
Think that's one of yours, Norm?
What?
Think that's one of yours, Norm?
I think so. Yeah, I depends on
right.
which one you're talking about, but yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It was the 3 beer maidens.
Yeah, I made that one for
Okay.
for this show. I think. Yeah.
There you go.
Particularly made that for this.
Yeah, they're dancing a little bit. All right.
Okay.
So you're gonna
what do we
take
do
the
with this
knife
thing?
into the edge of the top of the can right here. There's a seam right there.
Well-
Just follow it around and just keep going.
Okay. Should I take the plastic off of it first?
Oh, well, that's what I was going to say, because I like to leave the plastic on to preserve the can, but
Oh,
I
I
usually
see.
just
Okay, so
cut.
you-
I usually just cut into
Okay,
the
so
seam
it's this seam right here.
and then just go all the way around.
So this
The
is
knife
your-
is not that sharp, but that top will come off just like that, not like a regular soda can. So they did this smart. Keep going.
Good.
Yep,
Everybody
you're
seeing
still in
this?
camera,
All right. Just wanna
and then you
make
can
sure-
peel the plastic off the top half or the top
Right, I see
piece.
what you're.
Yeah. All right. And just put the knife down ahead of you. Yep.
There we go.
And then you can pop that top. If you can jiggle the top off.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. So.
And then you're going to need the knife again to cut the plastic bag open that it's inside of. Yeah, just keep wiggling. There you go. Now, when you pull this out, and then wait, there's a pog on the inside of this in here, and it tells you if you've got a Devo limited edition or a regular, and this is a regular, as you can see. Otherwise, it would have said Chase figure.
Do this. There.
That's much better. And now cut open the bottom of the bag carefully. And while you're doing that, just be careful of your fingers. And the figure's in some bubble bag inside of that. And once you get it open far enough, you can slide the figure and the plastic out. And you should be able to, yep, there you go. And then just unravel the bubble wrap, and you can take out the figure and show everybody what you got. And there you go. There is your Soda Pop Devo figure. So they really did a nice job with these Soda Pops. They have several different variations on them, and this is the Devo one. But the one thing about Funko is they have so many licenses. They've designed so many different figures, and of course they do the deformed extra large head with the smaller bodies, as you will see on most Funko Pop vinyls. And I've got one of them that I bought because I'd never seen this one before, and I have a stupid huge collection of Funko Pops back in New York that I'm gonna have to do something with because I can't take them with me, so I'm gonna have to unload. But yeah, we get into the swag, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Well, if you want to hand me anything, I can.
I will
reach over and stick it under the swag
So
can.
since we're talking Funko, here it is. I got it right here. So
I actually have some of these. I have a couple Thor ones, one that I opened and one that I didn't.
Cool.
I have
the Soda Pop ones.
Yeah. And
yeah, the Soda Pop ones are cool. I like them better than the Funkos.
I don't have a lot of Pops, but I have Captain America Chicago Cubs. Well, not Chicago Cubs, but South Bend Cubs one.
I need to
autographed by the whole team. And I have one of the 12-inch Thanos ones, the big ones, right? I got one of those.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't have a lot of them, but I have a few. I got some of the weird ones. I got the librarian ghost from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I mean, I got some dumb ones, but I mean, they're cool, I guess. You know?
Yeah, no, that's the Funko Pops are really cool because you can get they've actually taken over where the Ty Beanie Babies used to be.
Yeah, well,
Ty Beanie Babies were all the rage back in the early 2000s.
I was talking about this yesterday. Like, you can have the best thing, and if you don't have a great marketing campaign, nobody knows about it. It's like you can have the best thing, right? Or if you have a great marketing campaign, you can sell people a pet fucking rock. I'm just saying, pet rocks were huge. Pet rocks were huge, man. They sold like
pet rocks were incredibly huge. I actually had one.
They're not worth shit now.
Right.
But
exactly. And who knows? I mean,
a great
Funko Pops.
Look, what I'm saying, Bruce, is a great marketing campaign is what you need to succeed. You have to have a great marketing campaign, right?
100%. 100%. Absolutely. So Cosmic ran out real quick to get something.
I own exactly one Funko Pop, and I own that thanks to Bruce. So I wanted to show everybody.
I couldn't resist. This was perfect for him.
This is perfect. It really is.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's a Lederhosen Deadpool figure. And I found that one like right after we had the show about Oktoberfest last year. And I was sitting on this, and I finally got around to sending it to him. Just couple of months back
Yeah,
or
it
something.
wasn't even out-
It's been
yeah.
sitting in a pile of stuff, and I found it. I'm like, oh, I got to send this to him, and I had a shirt for him, and I finally threw it all together and sent it to him. So
How many?
Yeah,
And I have that hat. I mean, literally, I have
well,
that
you've,
hat.
You've worn that
With
hat
the
on the
feather
show.
and everything.
You've worn the hat on the show. Didn't you wear your lederhosen on the show once?
I think I have.
Yeah.
How many
So-
Deadpool ones are there of these? I think I've seen so many of them.
I lost track, but somebody has a total. I mean, you could probably Google it on the Funko website or the Funko fan site. There's a Funko fan site that's like the official fan site, and it gives prices of what they're worth and all this. I still haven't found a Hawk yet for you, Hawk, but there is an Eagly Eagle from the Peacemaker series, and I'm trying to get my hands on one for you, and I was going to paint the head, but we'll see what happens.
Can you blow this one up for a
All
second,
right.
guys? Can you blow this one up for a second?
Go to Pops and blow him up. Hold on, Pops. We're coming.
This is a Captain America South Bend Cubs autographed by everybody on the team at the time. But it's a Captain America Funko Pop inside.
Nice.
Yeah, I never opened it up. It's just
No, cool.
You know.
You see, Funko has a unique packaging. As you saw, you can see that you can actually see the figure inside it. This one is sealed that you have, because I guess they wanted to protect it, and
it's just cool.
They slap them together in boxes in the cases, and they probably put like 144 in a box.
Well,
and
I
ship
mean,
them
they
out.
send them to the stadium for they have Marvel Day at South Bend Cubs Stadium.
Nice.
And a bunch of cosplayers. They come. They camp out in the stadium forums outside the stadium where the fans are, where the concessions and everything are. And
Right.
They had a ton of these, and all the players were at tables, and you could
the
just
players
walk
gave them
down.
out?
All the players were at tables, and you could just walk down and have them sign them.
Nice.
You got them when you got in. The first.
Okay, right. They hand them into you as you walk in.
Yeah, and then you could just walk right down the line before the game and get everybody on the team to sign your.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I like that.
I think that's sponsored by Buy Me Toys in Mishawaka, Indiana.
Right. It's usually sponsored by a comic company or a toy company or one of the shops out there.
It's a comic and toy store.
Right. That's cool.
So Bruce, if you ever see the gray alien from X-Files Funko one for under $100, let me know, because that's really the only one.
I didn't even know they made.
I know we didn't see it, but
no,
I can run
No,
up to Bellevue.
it's about $100.
Remember the Bellevue?
Yes.
That was a really interesting
Yeah, tell everybody.
tie over. I'll have to look for a picture. But one of the exhibitors at
Go to the first folder. It was in the first folder. I'm
was it in the
almost
first
positive.
folder? All right, I'll look there.
I think it was in the first folder.
Yeah, it's that one right there.
Yeah,
there it
thought I
is.
saw it.
Oops. So what caught my eye when we were walking this wasn't the Funko Pops, because again, I'm not really the Funko Pop guy. What caught my eye was the Bellevue beer, because they sell my beer. They sell Penn Brewery beer,
Right.
and I've dealt with those guys before. And here they are at Comic-Con with like this enormous table.
They had three
I think
they
I
were
have another
three
picture
tables
somewhere,
long.
but it was like 3 whole tables stacked. Like at
Yeah,
least
I think
4
that's
or
where I
5
got the
high.
Mr. America figure.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
And they. Go ahead,
They're a beer store.
Right, but tell you asked her how they get
I
into
asked
it.
how they managed to end up getting into the Funko Pops, and what they said what happened was they had a couple extra rooms at the back of the distributor that just weren't being used for anything, and the owner was a big was into that kind of stuff as a comic guy.
He's
a
into
Funko
comic
guy.
book paraphernalia.
Yeah. And so he turned those rooms into the collector's cave, and so yeah, I can go out there next week and look for
it. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. I got to make a note of
and
that.
I think her name was Jennifer. was the young
I was
lady we
gonna
spoke
say,
to.
Well, she
Todd,
asked if I had talked to the owner by name, and I recognize the name. So
Okay, cool.
I was
So,
going to say, Cos, if you have a couple of extra rooms in that computer museum, we could do the same thing.
oh, Bruce,
I got a
Bruce
crap
could
load of
tell.
stuff.
Bruce could tell a whole story about that too, because
Yeah.
yesterday afternoon, after we burned out at the convention, I drove him about 20 miles north of where the convention was to where my computer museum
That's right.
is.
That's right.
And we had a really nice visit.
We had a
there.
really good visit with what was it, Bruce?
Matt was there.
Matt was there. So Matt's one of the guys that works with Cosmic Grandpa at the museum and helps.
There were what, four or five guys working there yesterday.
There were more than that. There was the guy that was trying to get the heating unit out of the roof, and then there were like 4 or 5 others.
Yeah, we were doing renovation. We were tearing out an air conditioning unit at the museum yesterday.
And then Dave was the other guy, right?
Yeah, Dave was my co-curator.
Oh, that's Dave. Okay,
he's my partner in crime.
That's who. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, between what Bruce has and what I have, we could fill a few rooms, I'm sure.
Pretty easily.
Yeah, no problem with that. No problem with that at all.
Now that you say that.
Okay, I'd like to thank our
We'll
4
talk.
cents for the cookie. Cookie, and he's asking, is it Funko or Funko?
Funk.
fun.
Oh, it's like funky business. Funko.
But it is
Funko.
Funko.
Yep.
A little lower. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Funko.
I really want a Pops Pop, but I look at how much it costs.
You can have them made. They will custom make ones for you.
But they're not cheap, bro.
No, they're not. They're not. You're gonna pay like $50 plus shipping and handling to have one custom made of you.
I want the hat. I want a bong. I want a Pops.
They don't.
Right?
Yeah, they don't have a bong, but I actually tried to have one made of myself, but they didn't have the handlebar mustache.
I can make my own bong. I can handle that. I can make my own system.
I've customized Funko Pops already. I did one for Brendan Dilly from the Dilly Show. I made a Berserker Brendan Dilly out of a Leonidas figure, and I shaved it up, and I could probably make one for you if I could find all the right parts.
I really want to. It's hard to find the hat. That's the hard one. That's the hard thing.
No, it's not. You'd be surprised. There's an Indiana Jones hat that can be painted. There's a Randy Savage wrestling figure that has the hat on that can be painted. So there's many ways you can do those.
Bruce is quite the masher. In fact,
close.
Sorry?
I've seen cowboy hats and stuff and pirate hats, but I ain't never seen anything close to what mine is. I don't know.
Indiana Jones is the closest one to your hat.
Yeah, probably. If you could melt it in the front and bend it down a little bit in the front, it'd be perfect, right?
I was just saying, don't underestimate Bruce's mashing capabilities here, because he was getting compliments all weekend on the jackets that he was wearing because of the mashups, like patches and glasses with glasses on,
patches and pins,
and the mashups were really. He was getting a lot of attention.
Thank you. Yeah, I have an old skull-headed pin smoking a cigarette, and I found a pair of gold-framed glasses that were actually a glass hanger that somebody would put on their jacket or something. You take your glasses off and you hang it on it, but it was in the shape of glasses. And then I took that and I broke the ring underneath it off, and I took a blue Sharpie and filled in the eyeglass area. That was the eyeglasses. It's out in the car. I could go get it and bring it in
no,
to the show, but another time. But I made that. It fit perfectly right over his eyes. And so we got a lot of compliments on that one. And then there was a Batman patch that I took of a upper chest of Batman, and I put sunglasses on him, a mustache, and a bat symbol, because it was just the mask up, and it was a perfect matchup. And it matches. It was. I'm not wearing mine today, but it matches my logo. The Batman mask with the mustache.
This whole thing, I checked you guys out over the weekend, and Cause like, man, I'm wiped out. Just like Bruce has the same kind of energy that I do. I get up on Friday. I'm going to the con. I'm going to the con till Sunday night. You see what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
I'm going to the after parties. I'm doing all that I can, man. You know.
I didn't even try to go to an after party. There were. I heard some people talking, and I was going to get us invited, but I'm like, no freaking way. I'm so tired after the first day. We probably did about 15,000 steps the first day. We just didn't stop walking.
This is how you do it, bro. You go Friday and you do all your interviews. Everything
That's what
on
we
Friday,
did.
it's not as busy. And then on Saturday, you go, you have a good time, you find out where the party is Saturday night. You go to the party Saturday night. Now Sunday, you go to the thing, you say goodbye.
Sunday, you recover all day while walking the floor,
Yeah,
buying what you
say
want.
goodbye to everybody. You do your networking. You make sure you
Yeah.
got their card in case you missed it earlier, whatever. You do your goodbye networking and your shopping because it's at the end of the show when they don't want to take this shit home, man.
Yeah, you're
Sell
absolutely
it.
right.
They want to sell it, and that's when the prices are the best. Now, I just gave everybody the con rundown. This is how you do it, people. This is how you do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And see, I know Bruce.
You get your Best Buys on Sunday, the last 2 hours of the show, but I didn't stay that long.
But look, you and me running the show together, it would be like we could trade off expending energy. It would be awesome, dude. I can film for a minute while you're doing something, and then I go off on
No. We have to have our own cameramen. We have to have our own cameramen because, like you, I don't shut off until I walk out the door. I'm always on. I'll bitch and I'll complain when we're like in between segments, but I'm on as soon as that camera goes back on. I'm on.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they can handle us both at once. So you'd be my cameraman.
Well, we'd have to go in two separate directions.
Right? I'd be your cameraman. You'd be mine. It would be like
we could do that at first until we get. Yeah, we'll do that at first until we build up, and then we'll have to hire extra camera people.
Just make sure you have big enough SD cards because I think it's a meg a minute. Or how much is the?
It's a bunch in, but for HEVC high efficiency coding really helps with that. If I had shot H.264, I probably would have shot close to a terabyte in
Easily.
2 days. But thanks to HEVC, it all fit on 1/2 terabyte card.
Yeah, we didn't even go through a whole card.
So, but I used about 400 gig.
You said you have about 17 hours of footage?
17 hours of video altogether. Yeah.
So how much is that a minute? That's like, it's more than a minute.
I can go back, but it's HEVC is really efficient, especially on the DJI cameras. The DJI cameras have really good. Now, the only downside to that is that I only have one machine here that I can really effectively edit the videos on, and it's my Windows 11 machine because the HEVC requires a codec that's not really Windows 10 compatible.
Yeah.
So I'm stuck using my Windows 11 machine to do my video editing, which is why I just really didn't have time to.
I just had to update my codecs last week. Actually, new codecs came out last week. Yeah, so.
I think what we will do, well, I suppose technically I could get the codecs for Windows 10, but you only can get them from the Microsoft store, and you have to have your Windows registered, and none of my copies of Windows 10 are registered, so I can't get software from the Microsoft store.
Yeah. Do the QuickTime codecs work on Microsoft?
Oh, they do, but they don't come from the Microsoft store. So
yeah, okay.
Did you get
but DJI doesn't do QuickTime native. But anyway, what I'm thinking that we're going to do with the video is I'm thinking that we're going to take the interview segments that Bruce did, which are very good interview segments. Some of them are 3 to 5 minutes. We do have some that I think will cut up into sub-minute shorts. And I think we'd like to put those together into a series of Comic-Con things that maybe we do exclusively on the 3BeerMen Madness YouTube channel.
Well, I do have a playlist for all the stuff that I've done from cons that I've uploaded to YouTube. So, I mean, you can add it to that playlist. You can make a playlist of your own.
Yeah, it could be a Madness Con kind of thing, only it would just be us instead of you.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's fine. Ed has been going to cons. The guy who does the Saturday morning comic talk show, he's gone to a couple cons recently and done his show just walking the floor, talking about what he's seeing and stuff. And that was Saturday morning comic talk. So
we were thinking about doing that today, but there was the con ended at 5, and they're still packing shit up by 7 o'clock, and it would be we'd be in everybody's way. So it just wasn't worth sticking around.
It's really hard to get a good connection sometimes while you're walking.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to find a spot. But that was what I was telling
inside
you
that
guys.
convention center. Remember the one person who came in and was trying to show us something, and it's like you walk 5 feet inside the con, and that's it.
You're done.
That's what I was
You're
gonna
not getting
say.
any high-speed Wi-Fi.
It's like you have to take one phone and make a hotspot and dedicate the other phone to it. So one's walking, you're walking right next to your hotspot. That works sometimes. And we've used that, but I rather would just, do tape segments. Like you said, bring it home, put it together, put it up as shorts and whatever. I mean,
We thought we were going to have time to cut some up for the show, but there was no time for that to happen at all. And
this is
Cosmic
why I
stayed
didn't-
home. Cosmic stayed home today so he could try to work on it, and it was just so overwhelming.
Well, like I said, just the HD just kind of caught me off guard. 2 hours and 40 minutes just to copy the files off the SD card.
This is one of the things though that we learned like the first couple times we did this. Now we do a short, hi, look who I found. I'm here with Sam De La Rose. Man, you guys know him. He does Venom. Did. We talk like, come on down here to Grand Rapids. Check it out. This is where he's at. This is what we're doing. And, like real short like that. And then he says hi. He invites everybody to come down. And then the next day I can post that in the morning before the con, right? Because it's just a little short that I just got to get off Brad's phone, right? In order to use it as a promo for the actual show, you got to get them done Friday and get them up on Saturday morning.
I thought about that, and I would have, but to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think we owed Steel City anything. I don't think we owed them any promotion. They did do a few nice things by us, and I will say again, Bruce is a master engineer. He got us upgraded to press passes, quote unquote. And by the time he was done with them, they're handing us passes for the next 2 days. They're like, "Well, you guys have more crew coming." Yeah, they're giving us.
I said we had extra
passes for the
people
next
coming,
couple days.
and they gave us 2 extra bands for both days. So I wound up giving one away today to some guy who I started talking to while we both parked near each other, and we started walking in, and he loved my vest, and was just really big into the comics. And I told him I had an extra bracelet for him. By the time we were getting close to the booth, I said, "Here you go." I said, "Did you get your tickets yet?" He says, "No, I just decided to go last minute." I says, "Well, here you go. Here's a way in for you." So I gave him one of the yellow bracelets. He was ecstatic, and he was like, "Yo, bro, if I see you inside, I'm getting you a beer." I was like, "Thank you." I didn't see him after that, and I was fine with it. I just gave it to him because I thought it was the right thing to do. We were just schmoozing, and he was a nice enough guy.
Say hi to Murphy. Say hi, Murphy. Say
Hi, Murphy. Oh, that's funny. That was my first old dog, Murphy.
That's Murphy. Come back up if you want to be
Is
over
he a
here.
golden retriever?
Yep.
Yep.
A very
golden.
red one. A very red.
Red golden, yeah. Very cool. So, I picked up a few things today that I thought we would show off.
All right. Did
And
you wanna pull anything
yeah,
else
let
out
me
of
pull
that?
them out of the bag. One thing that I got. Now, we weren't going to buy anything. Shit. Look what fell off. The sunglasses. So we were talking about
You
the
can put 'em
skull.
under the, here,
My
you just
sunglasses
put 'em over
just
here.
fell off.
I
Yeah,
can,
go ahead.
Put them under the.
These are the sunglasses that I put on the skeleton face, and they fell off in the bag because I wanted to show Cosmic something with the jacket earlier, and they fell off in the bag. So I'll have to just get my pliers and put them back on.
Look very steampunk.
Yes. This just right like that first.
Just like this.
Yep.
All right. There you go.
So that was an exclusive giveaway, a little mini resin figure for the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. I started getting back into Daredevil because I started watching the Charlie Cox new ones that they put up on Disney.
Not bad.
And so
They're not bad.
No, not bad. They're amazing. And so it's, hey, Q&A holes. Good to see you out there. And Hazel, I did see you commenting about your Funko Pops and not being able to take them with you because you had to go to Mom's. I get it. But absolutely. And she made one for her mailman. So that's cool. She used the website to make them for her mailman as a present. But let me move over there and take it out of the box.
All right.
I'm going to put the headset down, so I'm not going to hear you guys for a minute.
All right, so you can all talk bad about Bruce right now. He's got the headphones off. He's unboxing our Funko. The mic will still hear you just fine.
Okay, so this says 2003 Marvel, made by Fox and Regency Entertainment, which released the Daredevil movie. And this is not a toy, not for ages 8 and up. So this was the collectible that they gave away for the preview of the movie.
I love the Braille. I love the Braille
I just
because
thought this was really cool because I've
He
never
says he
seen
loves the Braille. Norm says he loves the Braille.
Yes, the Braille.
Because of Matt Murdock.
The Braille on
the
it.
package,
Yes.
yeah. That's
Yeah. It's not popped out though. So it's not true Braille, it's just printed Braille.
It's just the font.
Which is
yeah,
ridiculous because if you're
it's
blind,
funny.
you can't see
you
it
can't
anyway.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Just give me a second here to pop that out and put that up there.
All right, there it is.
And that's the figure. So really cool job. I thought it was excellent. Collectible. I like little kitschy things like this, especially movie promos, because they don't make very many of them. I mean, they may make 50,000 of them or 60,000 of them, but they're not making 500,000 of them. So I was very happy to find this by sheer accident, because Cosmac was talking to the guy about a Mario Lemieux piece for the missus, and I saw this out of the corner of my eye. I saw the words Daredevil on the box, and I just had to go get it. And then he gave us a break on the price, and he really took care of us on this. So I was really happy to just pick this up as a little swag from the Comic-Con.
Now, was he the one in the back or the one in the front?
In the very front by the front
okay.
door.
Yeah, because I did pick up that Mario Lemieux piece, and then he threw in a very nice card, a collector's card, which my wife is looking up, but may turn out to be something
of value.
Really, really interesting.
Very cool.
Nope. No, let me pull that back up. All right, there we go. Let me zoom out a little bit.
This was an artist that I had, that Pops and I had, Cosmic Grandpa and I had stumbled upon, and we started talking to Ian, and all because of this piece. I fell in love with it, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to pick that up on Sunday before we leave, and I decided not to wait until Sunday, and I bought it right there on the spot after interviewing him, which is one of the interviews we did on Friday, which was really cool.
That's from the Adam West 1966 movie, right?
This is long enough for you to reach.
Oh, okay.
Norm is asking.
Go ahead, Norm. What were you saying?
That's from the 1966 Adam West movie, right?
Yes, that's correct.
The scene?
That is correct. The 66 Adam West movie.
And also, Zozo Dude gave you a cookie if Cos wants to read it out to you.
Yeah, it says, reminder to the Batman, per your divorce, you're supposed to be selling, not buying.
Yes, which is why I was very good about not buying a lot of toys.
Yes, if
like
anybody...
I said, I have to clarify why I did not buy a lot of toys. But I asked him if he had a sticker of Adam West carrying the bomb, and he said he didn't, but he would make one for me and have it for me on Sunday. And sure enough, he did have one for me on Sunday. So, very cool. I spent a lot of time BSing with him again today, and then I spoke to his friends next to him, who have similar artwork that they do. And Paul does something very similar to Foxhole Square. You're going to want to blow this one up, Cosmac. This is his business card, just to give you an idea of what he does. So he does the 9 box squares normally. He does 9 or 12, and he puts the characters from a series into the frame. And he also does individuals, and keeping in line with what we're going to talk about later. First off, for anybody who doesn't know who that is, that's a caricature of the Punisher from the
Frank
Disney
Castle.
series. And then this one I couldn't pass up.
Oh yeah,
Val Kilmer.
very timely.
As it, yeah, that as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I gotta have that one, because Doc Holliday was my favorite character from the Tombstone movie. Just one of my fan favorites, especially because he's got a mustache that I just absolutely love.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Also because of Val Kilmer and who he is. Now, a couple of comics that I did pick up that I know Pops is going to drool over. I had this one guy that I was talking to during the course of the whole show over the last 3 days, and I'm a big Werewolf by Night and Moon Knight fan, but I was talking with him, and I've been wanting to get this book CGC'd for a very long time because I lost it during the flood in my basement, and I got a 9.4 CGC of Moon Knight's first solo appearance. And I'm not even going to tell anybody what I paid for it because I paid a lot. But I had to get this one because any books that I buy with a CGC, which is the comic graders, the comic book grading system that they use, I hang them on my wall. And I'm such a huge fan of the Moon Knight and the Werewolf by Night series that this one's going to be framed and put up on the wall. But I had to get my hands on this one. And I was talking to the guy all weekend, and he came down considerably on the original price. But I'm not going to discuss that. And in the meanwhile, there were 2 more that I was able to pick up that I thought was amazing. One of his friends around the corner, he had this book, which was number 3 Marvel Spotlight on Werewolf by Night. As you saw, this was actually issue number 28. This was issue number 3. And then on top of that, the story arc continues, and I've got issue number 4 on the Spotlight. So I picked up these 2 issues because they're back-to-back story arcs. It starts in this one and finishes off in the number 4. So I picked those up as part of my my purchases for the con this weekend, and I just had fun. I really did enjoy myself. I had a good time with it. There is another piece of art that I did pick up that I thought was really cool. I don't know if this is going to fit, Cosmac. So
It just fits.
Oh, that's
just
beautiful.
fits. That's one of the artists in the Artist's Alley.
Isn't that awesome?
That is
Original
beautiful.
art.
Shane Bidas, and he did 2 variations of them. Can you tell what the variation is? Can anybody in the
Yes.
chats guess what the
I
variation
see,
is?
I see a different Catwoman.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Catwoman.
That's right. Instantaneously, you can see that
See
one's
about
got Julie
Craig
Newmar,
as well as.
one's got Eartha Kitt. Now, he didn't do a third one yet with the third Catwoman, but Pops, Norm, Hawk, I don't want to hear anybody say it. I want the chat to give it to me. Who was the third Catwoman that was in the movie? Who was the third Catwoman that was in the movie? And so we'll wait for an answer from the audience, and I'll continue. I've got one more really cool piece of swag that I picked up from the show that wasn't very expensive, but it was a wait for it.
It is.
Thomas the Train actually got his face on it. It's a Thomas the Train Hot Wheels from 2020, and I never got my hands on this when I originally saw them come out. I couldn't find them. A buddy of mine had picked them up before I could get to it, and he wouldn't sell one to me. So go scratch. I finally got my own.
That's funny because in 2020, my grandson was watching Thomas the Train.
Yep. And that's when they relaunched him again. Was 2020.
Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer. Very
Yeah.
good. Now look.
Yes, Christy got it.
It kind of
No, it wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer.
Was a little girl in the 60s.
I was going to say, I don't think Michelle Pfeiffer was even out of diapers when that movie was made in 66, 69.
Okay,
All right. So, Christy, anybody go for it? All right, guys, really? Any of the chats? I can't see all the chats, so I'm sorry. But I'm going to give it up.
Wait. No, TL said Michelle Pfeiffer too. But that's not that's not the answer we
from
were
the
looking for.
1968 movie or 1967 movie.
No, we already showed Eartha Kitt and
Julie Newmar.
And
there was
so Hazel Eyes said I said Eartha Kitt, but we already showed Eartha Kitt and Julie Newmar. We're looking for the third.
The one that was in the movie, the one actress that portrayed Catwoman.
I believe
but this was still in the 1960s.
Correct. 67 or 68.
A hint. Her initials are LM.
Thank you, Pops.
There you
Yep.
go.
Did you say? Okay. I think I know the third one, but I don't want to say.
Yeah.
I don't see it in the chats. Victoria Lee, nice guess.
But no.
Zoso Dude is the winner. That is correct. It is Lee Merriweather. Very good, Zoso. Yeah, I think Zoso Dude even has a picture of her in one of his video trailers that he does on his intermissions. So good for you, Zoso. Very cool. So yeah, we had fun. We still have a shit ton more of cosplayers to go through.
I want to make sure we get to a couple of those before the end of the show. So
okay.
I have a couple of those specifically lined up. So
did you grab them 3 pictures from X-Cos?
No, he did not get a chance to. He wanted to know if you grabbed them up from X.
I don't suppose you can share a screen, Pops, or
I'm gonna try and figure it out. I never done.
All right,
it.
if you can pull them up, let Cosmic know.
I could try and find them, but I just want to get.
Which ones were you looking for? This is okay.
No, I had them. Yeah, they were right here. Yeah.
This
set right here. So
okay.
I think we'll start with her, and then we'll move on to day 2 of Wonder Woman.
Right. This is Saturday, day 2.
Okay, so let's start. Whoops, wrong.
So that's okay.
That's where it needs to go, and get this where it needs to go, and get this where it needs to go. And there we are.
So this is one of Abby's friends, and I can't remember her name, but she's also a cosplayer. And she dressed up as a female version of Wolverine. And then we went from there, go to the next one.
We have a pose.
We have her posing like she's going to take me out. And now, go ahead. Well, wait. Go to this one first.
This one?
Yeah, this one first. And then we'll go to the posed one. So this is our friend Abby. She's a sweetheart. She's a regular cosplayer.
She was Wonder Woman earlier.
And this was the one who was Wonder Woman the day before. We saw her in the parking lot Saturday morning. She was walking past us. She was buzzing by. Cosmic Grandpa and I were like hobbling along. I had my cane and we were hobbling up to the convention center. She blew past us and I'm like, great Poison Ivy costume. She goes, thank you. You know me from yesterday. And I'm like, really? Who were you yesterday? And she goes, I was Wonder Woman. Totally did not recognize her. She really pulled it off. And this was her Poison Ivy costume yesterday. And then we did a little playing with it. And no. Okay, and then the other one is where I'm actually grabbing it. But you can see that she's really getting into it. And she's like, why does everybody want to put it around their neck? And I'm like, because that's what Poison Ivy does. So there I am grabbing onto it. And we're just having fun. It's really cool. I mean, hit this one next. We bumped into a guy who was so high energy.
All right, there we go.
He was more high energy than you, Pops. This guy just didn't know what to do with himself. He just couldn't stop moving and fidgeting.
Anybody want to guess who this is?
I know who.
Let's see if the chat gets it before we zoom in.
Yeah.
And by the way, those movies could not be made today. The movies that he represents.
No, they could not.
I know that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with
So-
O.J. Simpson. Yeah. Christy got it.
Yeah.
And so did
Yep.
Val Kimber.
Ace Ventura.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then we go ahead, pull that one up. Oh, you did. All right, you're already on it. Cool.
Finkel is Einhart.
Hmm.
Einhart is Finkel.
Oh, this one was cool too. All right, hit that one first. So we found a couple of young ladies that were dressed up as Batman supervillainesses, and we got to hang out and talk with them. And the Harley Quinn was really cool because she had a really nice prop. And if you can pull up the next two.
Yeah, she had a really nice prop.
Yeah, she had a really nice prop. And she painted the Batman, the dead Batman face on one side and your face here on the next side. And then we got creative with it.
Oh, you guys were saying
That's it.
prop? Not right.
It's a prop.
Okay, I thought you were saying something else. Never mind.
And then we had her coming down on me with it, and we had some fun.
Pretty good picture.
So that was a lot of fun.
I want to say hi to
Go
AP
to this one here,
since
the
he
mashup, and
shouted.
then we'll do the. Yeah, go to this one here. So we found somebody who did another mashup. Of course, Rogue on my right, and then you've got Boba Fett, Boba Fett Captain America, or Jango Fett Captain America on my left. And it was just a great costume. You can't see his chest, but he had the old leather jacket style blue and white logo on his chest from Captain America. Really cool. And then we found another mashup cosplayer who was a stormtrooper, but he was called Poolside Stormtrooper. he had the blow up duck around his waist. He had a towel around his neck, his scuba gear, and his fins, his flip flops.
If anyone from the 501st is watching, hit me up.
Dude, the 501 was there. The 501st was there, and they wouldn't let us take pictures or interview them.
Yeah, they would not. Yeah,
They would not
They
let
said
us
they
take
weren't
pictures
allowed.
with them.
I mean, they were nice about it. They weren't ignorant about it, but
Yeah,
they said they weren't allowed.
Actually, they wouldn't let us do an interview. We wanted to interview them. They would let us take pictures, but they wouldn't interview with us. They said, we need authorization to do that, so we can't talk to you.
They're always reaching out to me. That's weird.
They have a deal with Lucasfilms or somebody.
Yes, yes, they do. 501st is national.
Yeah,
So,
they cannot legally do it. It's not Lucasfilms anymore. I think it's Disney that started that. But yeah, it's something ridiculous.
Well, yeah, this
No,
is.
Yeah, okay, you want to do?
Well, I was going to save that one, but
Yeah.
whenever you're ready for that one.
Well, let's do this one first.
I did not get a picture of the back. I think it clipped off.
Oh, it got clipped off. Okay.
Unfortunately.
So if
you
you
can just
can't
barely see the pack.
If you can't see it well, we didn't get a far away enough picture of it. He actually has a water cooler strapped to his back, backpack style, with cups on top, and then he had water bottles in his little metal pail, and he was Waterboy from the Adam Sandler movie. and it was hysterical. We had fun with him. And then, of course, we got to hang out with family as Cosmic Grandpa's granddaughter came by dressed as Princess Zelda from the game Zelda. So really cool. There were some links there today, and I just didn't get a chance to get pictures with them. Well, we only got 4 minutes left. Are there any others you wanted to grab real quick?
No, if you see any other ones. Which one did you want to grab? There were a couple. Yeah. We don't.
These guys were cool too. We missed them. The guy on the far right looked like Belushi, and we were joking with him that he's got to go and do more Belushi costumes for cosplay because he's really good. He looked just like him.
There's Tony Stark in here somewhere too that we want to get.
Was probably. So here's our Indiana Jones guy, and look at that hat, Pops.
Yeah, it's not bad. It looks all right.
So I'm gonna have to look for one and see what we got.
Cowboy than a fedora, though. I can't
wear a fedora.
Can we go jump over to these?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, scroll up. I've got a ton more that I picked up today, but this one was really cool. The one we're going to show you now. She was bebopping to music on her cell phone.
Why is this not?
While it was playing through her mask, and she was Ziggy, and this is on the back of her.
Oh, I do
TV
have video. I have the video that you. I did line that up.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the next one, not this one. That's the next one.
All
so
right.
we have video of the next person. We got take a picture of. I got some video with her. Damn it! What happened here? Oh, it turned on me. That one is
I'm
hysterical.
do that just for the hell of it.
So this guy dressed up as Princess Ariella, and he had a flounder, and he had a flugel. Okay, I can't remember what a flugel snarf is. The fork that she uses to twirl her hair with, but he had no shame. He was very funny about it, and he was actually manning a booth that was at Comic-Con. He was selling a bunch of Pokemon cards and a bunch of other things. So very cool.
He wasn't selling any flugel snarf?
No, he wasn't selling any flugel snarfs. And this young lady right here that we're going to show you next is our dear friend Abby once again. And this time
that's her again.
That's her again.
That's today.
That's today. And this was her wearing a darker red wig and a darker red costume. And she was Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. And she had 4 other costumes with her that I didn't get to see her after this. I was so busy running around. But Abby, if you're out there listening, thank you for taking the time to hang out with us and let us take pictures for you. I will be sending this to your Instagram page, and I'll share that out with the crew for anybody who wants to follow your work.
That's the one from yesterday. That's the one I was looking for.
Yeah, so this is cool. This was a guy who was walking around all 3 days in a 3-piece suit dressed up as Tony Stark. I asked him if he had an Iron Man suit, and he goes, nope, just my 3-piece suits. And I'm like, good for you. Stay in character. And he was walking around giving out Hershey Kisses in his Easter basket, which was the Iron Man mask. I thought he did that very well. I love that props.
We actually have one of those, or 2 or 3 of those around the house because the kids used them at Halloween.
Yep. So I have a couple of other mashups. Not mashups, I'm sorry. Compilations. This was a husband and wife team. And he dressed up as one of the Ghostbusters. And she dressed up as Slimer with Easter ears. Which was funny as hell.
She's Easter Slimer.
She is Easter Slimer, yes.
That is awesome.
We found somebody who had some really cool mustache and some really interesting tattoos. And we're going to pop that one up.
Oh yeah, I saw her walking past when Bruce was talking to somebody else, and I flagged her down and said, "Hang on a second, you got to talk to this guy."
And so she was dressed up as a character. She explained who her character was, and I still don't know who she is. Somebody in disguise, and
yeah, the mustache is the incognito.
The mustache is the disguise.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was funny. Another mustache picture. So this gentleman today, he was.
I gotta open it. And
Yep.
then I gotta open
He was walking around. He wasn't in cosplay, but he was dressed very dapperly, and he had a really cool mustache. And I asked him what wax he uses for his mustache, and you know what he told me, Pops?
What?
Elmer glue sticks. I swear to God, he had one in his pocket, and I didn't take a picture of it, but he puts Elmer's glue sticks in his mustache because it's water soluble, but
Yeah.
it holds his mustache all day.
It's paste, actually. That is
It's a
actually
paste.
good. It looks like a
great
chopstick.
idea.
Yeah, that is actually ingenious.
That's a great idea.
It was. It was.
He looks
You know,
like Sinbad.
he did. He could have done a Sinbad costume. That would have been fun.
That is awesome.
Let's see. Oh, these two right here.
Oh yeah.
These guys were good. Husband and wife team
Oh,
dressed up
yeah.
as Ace Frehley and
Ace
Peter
and Peter.
Criss.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they did a really nice job. So
Yeah, that's kiss and ass.
The two first members to leave the band.
that was funny. Thank you, Hawk. That was good. Hit this one up here.
This one?
There's two young ladies that were cosplaying today. Ronald McDonald, and I couldn't make out who the other girl was. I asked her, she said it, and I couldn't remember.
She looks
But,
like an iPhone.
It's like a transistor radio
looks-
of some kind,
looks,
but it's a character.
Be a transformer that
And then-
turned into an iPhone.
I'll do this one. Does anybody know who this is? You really can't see. It's not a very good picture of him, but he's got his frothy mug with his Al. He's got his battle axe, and he's got his red scar tattoo going over his eye, down the back of his head. And that's Kratos from Gods of War, the video game. And then, of course, no cosplayer day is complete without a couple of furries. So we had these two guys in their furry heads and tails walking around the con today. They had fun. We bumped into them.
That's not their normal habitat, but okay.
And of course, I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan, and nothing makes me smile more than seeing a Velma cosplayer. And this girl was very nice to point to my jacket and say, "Come check us out on 3BeerMen TV."
Yeah.
It's like Velma's mom.
Velma's probably old enough to be in Mom. Never mind.
So, because they're not supposed to be pointing guns at each other, there were a group of their friends that were all cosplayers that were kind of blocking the security guards. And I said, real quick, before anybody sees, just point your guns at each other. And I videotaped them doing it, and then I screenshotted this from the videotape. So it was really fun. They were very good sports about it. And I took some other pictures with them. I don't know if I posted them all up yet, but then we have Bananas in Pajamas.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, Bananas in Pajamas Ninja. So that was fun. I thought that was really cool. We just had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun today just going back and hanging out with everybody and just grabbing pictures. And then I went and talked to a bunch of comic guys, the comic booths, to see what I could find on my comics.
Sigurd had a little comment about your Velma picture there.
What's that? Where's that?
I put it up down there.
Oh, I think she ate them. No, she ate not Velma. She ate Daphne.
She ate Daphne.
Let's
No,
not
it's not
talk
nice,
about what they
Sigurd.
do in private. Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
If you tape that to the wall, it'll be worth $1 million.
Yeah. Are there any more, or was that the last of these? Did I have any
That's
more?
it.
That was it.
That's
So,
do
the
that
last
yet?
one here is two guys from the one on the right is Jango Fett as a Halo character, and then the guy on the left is a Halo character. And it took him forever to put his masks on because he had to like put a hood on, and then he had to like put a sleeve on his head, and then put the mask on, and then pull his hood up. So, but we had fun today. It was a good time had by all, and we are 7 minutes over, and I think Zoso Dude should be going live right now if he hasn't already.
I just released the scratchings. Congratulations to our lucky lemon winners tonight. That would be TL Spud, Bad Zoo, John Rogers, Jayla17, and Dandy.
Nice. Very cool. So get your gold pills. Scratch away, everybody. Scratch away. And Zoso Dude is going live any minute now. So we're going to just kind of keep rolling here in hopes we can...
Booth says Bananarama.
Yes, Bananarama.
Oh, we got any more? You pull up to stall with a little bit. Oh, there's another one. All right.
I think this is Astro Boy's girlfriend, but I don't remember. I couldn't place her. She said her name, and I forgot. But I do believe that's Astro Boy's girlfriend from the new comic series. Go back up and see. Did we miss it? Oh.
That one?
This one here.
Oh, yeah.
We had a couple of young ladies that were good enough to let me take a photo. The one in the middle was dressed as like one of the trains from Thomas the Train, as we saw earlier in the Hot Wheels that I have. And she was on roller skates. She was bouncing around his roller skates. And her friend on the one side of her to her right was a skeleton or a corpse of some kind. And then her other friend was a character from an anime that I just don't remember. So
is that Starlight Express or?
Oh, what is maybe that's what it was.
The roller skate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Starlight Express. I couldn't tell.
The one in the gas mask looked like from Wizards. They killed Fritz. Does anybody know what I'm
maybe
talking
it
about?
was. Maybe it was.
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
It doesn't matter.
This one up here, and then the one, yeah. So here's a really cool costume of Moon Knight trying to gouge me with his crescent moon. And then we have one with him solo where he's holding out his cape. He was fun to talk to too. He did a really nice job on that costume. That's the newer Moon Knight costume, which I'm not so much a fan of because it's more body armor than just, leotards and a flying cape. But yeah, that was good. What's this one in the far corner bottom? I don't remember that one.
Let's see if I'm going to see while we're.
Oh, okay, that's another one with him.
Oh, that's another one of him. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was somebody else.
I was going to see if I can. I don't know if I can do this or not, but I'm going to try.
Zoso Dude just went live.
Oh, Zoso Dude just went live. Okay, so we should go ahead and roll out. Pops, I am genuinely sorry I could not get the pictures copied out of X. It's X and OBS just aren't connected to each other, and it's just something that's hard to do on the fly.
It's all right. I'll be doing this again next weekend with a whole bunch of new stuff anyway. What it was pictures of me both in the Cobra throne and the Game of Thrones throne. And the third one was a picture that was very much like Bruce kneeling down with a little Spider-Man guy.
Cool. Oh, there.
I love getting pictures with the kids cosplaying. And that's the same thing. If I see kids next weekend at the con, I'll be giving them something. I'm taking a
Yeah,
picture,
absolutely.
especially if they're in costume. You know, it's like, look, it's all about having fun, guys. Just
Absolutely. That's what it's about. From the cosplayers to the vendors to the patrons. It's about having a good time. You're going to Comic-Con to have fun. Don't make it work, because if you make it work, then it ain't fun. Have fun with it.
yeah.
If it is work, make it fun work. But don't make work out of it.
Man, I had a great time, man.
Yeah, I always have a good time at these cons. I mean, I'm getting a little on in years, so it's a little rough on the knees. But as you can see in some of the photos, I did take my cane with me because my knee is shot. And oh, that was a good overview.
That was a picture. That was from the web.
Oh, okay.
You are a character, though, Bruce. Regardless if you dress up or not, you are a character.
Yeah, I think Bruce and I would be. I think Bruce and I would be like a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Together, man.
We'd get into so much trouble together.
I know. It would be a blast, bro. I can't wait.
Yeah. We would have fun. All right, guys. We're almost 15 minutes into Zoso, dude. So let's roll out, and we'll start with Pops. Say goodnight, Pops.
Good night, Pops.
Thank you, sir. Norm?
Hey, look. Remember what I drank early in this show? Remember that?
Yes.
Good night, and enjoy your beer.
Oh, awesome, bro. I'll be doing this for 3 more hours. Hey,
you're starting to feel no pain. All right. Hawk, you're up, brother.
Good night, all. And if anybody left you a present on your vehicle, it wasn't me.
He's got an alibi. He was here with us today. All right. Cosmic?
He also has a crew that does it.
And I just want to say thank you, Cosmic, for inviting me out. This was a lot of fun. I had a good time.
It was great. It's really fantastic. And first time that we've met in over 4 years of doing the show. So.
That's right. This is the first time I got to meet Cosmic in person. So
indeed.
We had a great time together. Thank you.
We did.
All right, guys. For 3BeerMen, I'm Bruce Q. Wayne. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for indulging us. We love you guys, and we'll see you on the flip side. Remember, next week, same bat time, same bat channel, here on foxhole.app or pill.net, DLive Rumble, YouTube on the Madness Comic Networks, and Odyssey and
the Mad TV.
Twitch. I forgot Twitch. I'm twitching. I'm twitching. All right, guys. Peace out from Batman. Take her away.
Folks, time to call a night. Do what you feel and keep both feet on the wheel. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So till next time.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up.
Move 'em on.
Move 'em on.
Hit 'em up.
Rawhide. Cut 'em out.
Ride 'em in.
Ride 'em in.
Cut 'em out.
Cut 'em out. Ride 'em in. Rawhide.
Let's get the hell out of here.